Hello Gemini, and this is the Spiritual Nomad channel, and this is going to be your reading for April 2020. This is a monthly reading. I appreciate, obviously, interesting circumstances at the moment. And we'll see what we can help you with in these very strange times. So I'll give it a couple more shuffles and then we'll get started. This is an entertainment channel. If the reading isn't resonating with you, don't try and make it fit. Check out one of the other many wonderful readers that there are on YouTube, or look at your moon or rising sign and see if that resonates more for you this month. And obviously I will try and suggest where possible the situations can always be reversed. I try not to heavily weigh it one way or the other. I do not specifically do love readings or career readings. I just see the nature of what comes out and read what I see. Right, let's get started. Gemini. Okay. So there's something that you're holding on to. So I see that maybe you've recently come into something, or you have something, and there's a need to move forward and make a decision what to do with it. You can't stay in this situation holding on to something. Now that can be money, possessions, buildings, cars, human beings, pets, anything that you're not letting go of, but actually it's a situation where you might be having discussions. Those discussions aren't necessarily heated. I mean, a lot of people see the Five of Wands as a argument card or bickering, but I think sometimes with its wands, I kind of, depending on the reading, can see it as a it can be springing off ideas. It can be, really positive discussions, like creative discussions, like what can we do? Where are we going to move forward with this? So if what you're hanging on to or stagnating in is like perhaps you have a business or a relationship that's got to a certain level and you're really comfortable with it where it is, but the truth of the matter is and others around you know that it needs to move forward. And so I don't feel that it's necessarily unpleasant discussions you're having. I think it might be really quite creative and back and forth. Well, I could do this, we could do that, or and then we've got the Knight of Swords there. So there's definitely there's something moving forward quite swiftly. So off the back of these discussions, there's going to be some kind of you're gonna make a decision and you're gonna move forward with that quite swiftly once you've made it. So you're going to go from planning to doing, straight, no middle ground, and move yourself on from this situation. I mean, I feel maybe you've been placed in a situation where you haven't been able to move forward for whatever reason for quite a lot of times. So you're sort of coming to this month from that situation, but suddenly in a position where actually now you can move forward, but you need to plan, discuss what direction you might move in. Right, let's see. So again, we're moving forward. Okay, so we've got two strong female personalities here. They don't have to be females, but it's like a feminine energy moving forward, so maybe more nurturing than if these were kings. So this could be very supportive people around you. So this could be friends, this could be family, this could be partners. So we've got the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. This could be the two aspects of your personality weighing up. So you've got the Queen of Swords, who she thinks she's a very intellectual thinker. She's very she thinks things in a very non-emotional fashion, not in a cold fashion. She thinks very literally about things, quite scientific-minded woman, and the Queen of Wands, she's very passionate, very creative, and it could be, like I said, so that could be the two sides of you, Gemini, the two very sort of opposing opposites, but they're complementary opposites. These two, this air and fire energy are always very complementary energies to each other. They work well together. They balance each other really nicely. They don't clash when they do it, so to speak. And this could be two people in your life. So this could be two significant people in your life. Maybe a best friend and a partner, or family members that are very much supporting you. We've got the Chariot in the middle. They're very much supporting. So we've got Knight of Swords and the Chariot in the same reading. So there's definitely some forward movement that's going to be happening, and it is very much so. You are discussing your options potentially with a couple of really significant people in your life that I see that are there as they're a positive sign in your life. Okay, so yeah, so you've moved away from something in your recent past, and you feel so you're feeling just a little bit lost in this current energy of yours. Is that you're holding on to something because you're feeling a little bit lost. You need to ground. It's the earth elements that are coming out of this that are the very ungrounded earth elements that I'm feeling from this. So everything is creatives and ideas, and actually it's the cement, it's the foundations of the system that needs to be put in place, and you're in the energy of discussing that. And we've got the Ace of Cups here, so there's something afresh, so a fresh love. You could be with a new person, you could be looking towards a new love in your life, be that another person or another interest or one thing to another. Let's see. I mean, I get the impression that you've walked away from something that you maybe it was overdue to walk away from them, from a situation. But there was some sadness. There's some sadness for sure in doing it. There's you needed to start a new chapter of your life, and to do that you had to end a chapter of your life that had run its course, but it was a chapter that you loved, and may well go in the highlights of your life. But it had run its course, whatever it was, whatever the situation was. It was done. Things have, a flower grows, it blooms, and then it dies off to grow another flower. So, right. So we've got a king and queen pair here. So we've got a significant male coming in. He's King of Swords, so potentially an air sign. Often I see him as a Libra, but he could also be an Aquarius or a fellow Gemini, or it could represent, one or the other could represent you, depending on whether you're male or female energy. And we also have, so we've got the Page of Wands. So again, we've got and next the Magician. So we've definitely got, for some of you, this might even be deciding to have another child. This could be the beginning of something new. It could be a new relationship. It could be a new home. It could be a new business. It really could. It's not really showing very strongly in any direction that it's particularly love reading or career reading. Or it could be any. So I feel for different Gemini, and maybe it's even that it's all of them. Perhaps is the message that I just received, is that perhaps it's literally all aspects of your life. So it's already been uprooted though, like long before April is what I'm feeling, is that the endings happened and gone, and this is very much not about even grieving for the ending of the situation. This is more about you've pruned something back, you've evaluated, you've adjusted, you've been through the process, maybe even for a long period of time, and this is very much about now you finding yourself at this situation of starting something afresh, and actually being in isolation, or whatever your situation with whomever you're with is actually giving you the space and freedom to gain good clarity. So it's almost working to your vantage point. So I'm just going to pick one final card for you. Okay, right, excellent. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles at the base here as our conclusion card, and leading on from all of this is very much so. Pentacles are very practical. I really feel that this is cementing. This is about building fresh foundations for you, Gemini, and that could be the foundations of, grounding your situation again. So you may have been very up in the air and very in transit for quite a long period of time, and you've reached a point now where you're ready to build new foundations with somebody, something. Like I said, I feel it's a whole new bubble. Maybe you left a marriage a few years ago, and actually you've gone through all the process of divorce, selling assets, and now you're moving into that new stage of where you can actually start fresh, with new love, perhaps new family, everything new. It's all good. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for you because I feel that's the message that you need and no more. And I look forward to seeing you again soon, Gemini. Goodbye.